Hi, I'm Regina Barr, speaker, coach, and consultant. I'm also founder and CEO of Red Ladder Inc. and the Women at the Top Network. Welcome to Spot On with Regina Barr. Today we'll be talking about the #1 challenge that women business owners face. Joining me today is Marnie Ochs-Raleigh. Marnie is a 6th-generation entrepreneur. She's also past president of the Minnesota chapter of the National Association of Women Business Owners, and she's the mother of 4. As CEO of Evolved Systems in the Twin Cities of Minnesota, Marnie has cracked the code of managing a national company using international teams. Marnie's passionate about technology and helping Evolved Systems and women in business succeed. Welcome to our show today, Marnie.
Thank you so much, Regina. It's a pleasure.
Well, Marnie, you and I have known each other for quite some time, and I have really seen your business grow and, no pun intended, evolve over time. And you've really grown it from a locally sourced or based business to an international business, and I want to applaud you on that. I'm very impressed because very few businesses, let alone women-owned businesses, are able to do that. So what I'd like to talk about today are, what do you see as the #1 challenge that gets in the way of most women business owners?
I have learned through the presidency of the National Association of Women Business Owners and watched it firsthand that women really have a hard time getting access to capital, and you need capital to be able to grow your business.
You know, it's interesting that you say that because I think if we were to ask most women business owners, at some point they would talk about how they've bootstrapped their company. So what can you tell us about why is this such a big problem for women?
Well, I think that we are a little bit more risk adverse in our lives because we understand that not only do we have ourselves to be taken care of, we have our staff to take care of, but we also really like that home that we go home to each night. And we're just not as likely to put that on the line as some of our male counterparts. It's harder to sleep at night when you have all the pressure from having that much risk that you're taking. And with only 3% of women business owners ever achieving revenues of $3 million in a year, it's crazy to look at some of the different pieces that we have to put together that our male counterparts don't.
So when you're talking about this 3%, I mean, making $3 million, I mean, I would be surprised at even the percent that are making, if that many were making $1 million. Mm-hmm. And so with this risk aversity, you know, what can women do to help overcome that if they really want to be able to up-level their business or take it to the next level so that they can afford, you know, to have that luxury of raising their families without all the worry and stress?
I think that a lot of women business owners find themselves lonely. And they feel as though they're really trying to figure it all out on their own. And they don't take the time to necessarily surround themselves with other successful people, whether that's men, women, or business owners that are entrepreneurial based or corporate based. And when they're not around like-minded people, it's a lot easier just to kind of get in your own funnel to not be able to see outside of what that true vision needs to be. And so I think that women business owners just need to take a deep breath, and they need to put a strategy together, and they need to be able to focus on that and move forward.
So part of it is time-based, right?
Absolutely.
Women, you said take that deep breath. You also have to carve out that time and make time if you want to move your business forward. What have you done that's helped you to avoid that isolation? Because the old term, you know, it's lonely at the top, people say that for a reason, right? So what have you personally done to help avoid that isolation that can also lead to some of that tunnel vision type of thinking?
It's so easy just to get wrapped up in the day-to-day activities of your business, and I've joked that sometimes it feels like I've got handcuffs to my desk, and you can't get out to be able to surround yourself with those people. There's so many great networking groups, mentoring groups, business coaches that when you align yourself with somebody that's like-minded, you can care about them as much as they're going to care about your business. And when you pay it forward so much, when you want to be able to give, when you want to be able to assist people with, here's this problem, but yet this is, you know, it's their problem, but yet that's just your core focus. That's what you do in your sleep. You don't understand why they're having a problem with this. When you when you're able to go out, you will get back in. And so I think that mentoring really plays a key to what you're referring to. Mm-hmm. And if business owners were able to identify, boy, this is the one thing that they're struggling with, and admit that I don't know this specific area of my business, and that they say, here's what I'm after, and find a mentor or a business coach in that area, they're going to be relieved that really it's not that big of a deal.
So I have a saying, you're talking a lot about mentoring, and I always tell women that I'm working with either have a mentor, be a mentor, or self-mentor. So there's lots of ways to go about getting that mentoring. And a lot of times I hear women say, first, I don't have time, and we've talked a little bit about that. Mm-hmm. And the second biggest thing is I don't have the money. So what are some groups or organizations that you might recommend for women business owners where they could make an investment in time and maybe a nominal investment in money that would really help propel their businesses forward?
Absolutely. Well, to answer the question about time and being able to pay it forward, there's a lot of universities that are local here to the Twin Cities, and they're also throughout the United States, where they're looking for professional women to be able to mentor the next generation coming up. And so it's not that it takes a lot of time, it's just that you have to get it on the calendar, and whatever you schedule, you're going to be able to do. And whether it's a lunch or a cup of coffee, it all just works well together, because once again, when you pay it forward to these young adults, they bring this energy back to you, and they're really able to help with you to be able to stay on top of what trends are, and it's interesting to see what that next generation brings. When I have the opportunity to go out to different networking groups, I'll attend the NABO events, I'll attend the national conventions that they have. I'm able to be able to connect up with other networking groups that women host, as well as participating in executive roundtables for business owners to be able to come together and really share what their problems are or what the issue is that they're wanting to learn how to fix. Because guaranteed that a business owner will be going through something, and they can share what their path is, and somebody else has already done it. And
great.
I would really love for somebody to be able to learn from my mistakes so that they don't have to go through the same pain and agony that I have, and vice versa.
Great. Well, Marnie, we are winding down on our time together today, and I always love to leave the audience with at least one actionable item. So what would be a tip that you would give that would help them solve that issue that we talked about earlier, the biggest issue facing women business owners?
I think the biggest issue is taking care of yourself and having the opportunities to identify what is it that you're really good with your business and what is it that you are able to have somebody else help with. And that's one of the things that we do at Evolve Systems. We work with busy business owners to be able to offer website updates or any type of technology enhancements that they are needing to be able to help their business grow. And so I just really encourage business owners to take a look at what they're spending their time on and to prioritize correctly.
Well, there you have it. Thank you so much for being here with us today. I think we can all take some time for ourselves and then look for ways to bring others in to help us. So on that note, I want to say thank you for tuning in today. We hope you enjoyed our show today. I hope that you'll like, share, subscribe, or comment, because we really want to know what you're thinking. And we want to know what topics you'd like to see on our program in the future. So I'm Regina Barr, and I want to say thanks again for watching Spot On with Regina Barr.